Gather round, hunters, and welcome back to another episode of Starfleet Command, Orion Pirates PostMission. I am Admiral Tirak of the battleship Killing Song as we continue our war of, well, kicking the ever-loving crap out of the Lyran Empire as the Merak Star League. Yes, we're doing very well, quite frankly. We're putting the siege on yet another planet, and then there is, I believe, another planet over here at 4-2 that we will then be going for after, but we're starting out on the one further off to the west first. But let's go back, double-check, make sure that we're all tip-topped off, ready to go, and we are. So let us waste no time and set back out into space. Yep, here are the two planets. We're going after the left one first. Missions, scout. I do not like missions that for scouting in a battleship. There's a significant problem with that. Mainly, our main battery is enough to wipe out a lot of things, like this light cruiser right here. So the fact that we have to get into within a range of like something like 5 and then activate our scanner system really means that this is a waste of everybody's time. We could easily annihilate this ship with absolutely no trouble whatsoever. And we actually probably will open up with his starting barrage, just purely to get him to deploy his systems. Although, we could probably get away with just... Yeah, I think we might try that. We'll try and go energy only on this. Try and be green. Recycle everything. It'll allow us to stay out here longer. So a free mission out of it. Send the probe. Tell me exactly what he has. Whoosh. Whee, the galaxy in the background. Always a lovely image. So, probe heading in. He's at a range of 64. Normally we would commence bombardment at this point, but... well, yeah, we're not going to. He's a mauler. Okay. So instantly this fight became even easier, actually, if you can kind of believe... Okay, so if he had been a traditional ship, getting through his defenses might be a bit of a pain. Getting in close to him might be a bit of a pain, but he's a mauler. He's a mauler with 2 ESGs. Which makes him a fairly well-armed mauler, don't get me wrong, but his phaser defenses is 8 phaser X's. We're just gonna annihilate this guy. I'm tempted to deploy fighters, but I don't want to risk losing any of them on the off chance. I'm not sure if it's random or what, but I've had fighters return after a mission where no damage at all was taken by them, and suddenly I'm down a fighter. And I've had other times where the fighters get completely annihilated, almost, down to a single fighter, bring them back, send them back out, and no fighters were lost in the entire engagement. He has deployed a pair of pseudo fighters, so we're actually going to say lie to the fact that I was not going to deploy fighters. Because if he's got fighters out, I gotta have fighters out. We need our own combat aerospace patrol. He's fired the mauler at long range. Okay. Dumb idea. Not quite sure why you would do that, but it's really stupid. We are going to ram right into him for obvious reasons. Ooh, we do need to kick on the deep scan. He's fired a second shot from the mauler. How often can you shoot that thing? Okay, we have all the information that we require. And we almost annihilated him. Real firing disruptors. Phasers. Let's bring the fighters back. We don't need them out there anymore. Return. Return. Thank you, boys. We can handle it from here. First disruptor's halo ripped right through his forward shields. Allowed the phasers to play completely unobstructed. And the fighters did an excellent job of wiping out his pseudo-fighters. So yeah, we're in a great position right now. We're going to come back around. We'll keep firing into him. He's down to a speed of 4, so obviously his warp coils have been hit. If not severely, then badly enough. We'll get nose right onto him, ensure all weapons can fire. And are you going to turn fully into me? Nope. Knife through once again. Oh, just look at all the cascading failures on the system. I'm almost tempted to fire missiles, but no. We're doing an eco run on this one. We want to save money. We don't want to spend a lot of cash on missiles. So we're just going to fly around him and kill him. I can't imagine he has much power for that mauler anymore. The mauler runs off the ship's batteries rather than its own internal charged up systems. Oh wow, I spoke too soon. He definitely was able to make good use of that mauler system. So good on you. Nice job. Die. Well, we're too far away to effectively make him... Oh, no, we're not. Range of 3 is good enough. Continue to come around. Let's increase the speed of time. At this point, we really are just kind of playing with him. And I do want to save the missiles. I mean, it is kind of important to me to save on missiles. Swoop in behind him. He drops a mine. There we go. So he managed to make one shield go red, but that was a point-blank range Mauler shot, so not exactly. The fact that at point-blank range his Mauler firing at probably the best power he could make it fire at, he was barely able to do anything, and even then didn't even get through the... Oh, we got planets neutralized! Surprise reversed? Really? But why? Like, why? We have an opportunity to take a planet and you're making me waste time out here in the middle of nowhere to take care of a single heavy cruiser and a bunch of frigates? Really? This is your plan. This is your master plan. Let's see. A frigate, a frigate, a frigate, a frigate, a heavy cruiser. So 4 frigates and a heavy cruiser. And this is what Command decided that we needed to drop everything in order to take care of. There is a planet right now that is completely open to us attacking. And you're making us waste time here. Eco run? I'm thinking eco run. How about you guys? Are you thinking eco run? Let's see if we can't save the missiles for the actual assault on the planet. Because I'm actually concerned that when we hit that planet, you know, we're going to have to deal with very nasty things that we don't want to normally have to deal with. So I'm thinking, like, one of the amazingly superpower planets. Now, granted, it will not be as bad as it is over on the eastern half of the galaxy, where they use plasma torpedoes. Because in that, you can have a planet that's got, like, 8 plasma torpedoes, and it's scary. It'll just be a disruptor planet, but it'll probably still be that. It'll probably... My prediction, hopefully I'm wrong, but my prediction, 3 dreadnoughts and a monster planet. That's my prediction. Again, hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully we'll be able to stealth it. We'll be able to capture the planet without ever having to run through an actual planetary assault. But, seriously, I'm not hopeful. So we're going to get in here, and we're going to fire all of our energy weapons, and we're going to see if we can't kill them. Because if we can, well, that makes things a lot easier. So we're going to operate using 12 phaser X's. Really? 12 times phasers. 12 times phaser 1s. So 12 phaser 1s, 8 disruptors, and 8 phaser 3s. I think that ought to be enough to annihilate a single heavy cruiser. I'm pretty sure. Maybe not. We'll have to be right on top of them, so we will get right on top of them when we do this. If not, it'll be enough to cripple. So actually, let's get the fighters out. Because on a surprise reversed, it's like, why not? Attack that target. You. Attack that target. We will continue to focus on the heavy cruiser. So we are currently not at very effective range right now. 10 damage and 6 damage is what we're currently estimated to deal. 0 damage from the phaser 3s as they cannot fire from this range. Let's close on in. And again, eco round. We want to save... We're trying to save all 150 missiles for when we really run into the pain. 16, 24. Climbing higher. 42 and 20. 43 and 20. Closer. 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 Now. Oh, so close. 150 damage. That's what we were able to inflict. And it wasn't quite enough. Rear firing disruptor, thank you. Okay, another 8 damage there. Slow down to our charging speed. Almost took him out. Came so close to doing it. But not just came short of it. Oh, that's... It's cool that we were able to do so much damage so quickly, but it's also kind of frustrating that we weren't able to completely kill him. So a heavy cruiser and NTG will take at least 158 damage in a single spike. So we'll get nose back. Actually, are the disruptors charging slowly? We'll give you the phasers. And then we'll turn and finish him off with disruptor fire. Yeah, disruptors. Still not a kill. Okay, I'm getting a little bit more impressed by your ship now. Do you have any systems left? Basenji's return. Looks like you've taken a lot of shock damage.
Returning now.
Anything? Nope, nothing from the energy batteries yet. We're still waiting. And still no response. There we go. So that heavy cruiser's out of the fight. Yeah, it looks like he was on top of at least 2 ships when they exploded. And so that's why he's in a very bad shape. Select our phasers, because it's easier to select all our disruptors and it is to select all our phasers. Because we only have 3 disruptor hardpoints and we have a bunch of phaser hardpoints. All fighters are back on board. He's a DDF, he's a police ship, so the DDF we should rip apart no problem. The Blood Guard, being our current target of the day. Yeah, he couldn't take 150 damage. It's not in his job description. We're going to slow down and pretty much park right next to you. And then when our systems come online, you'll die. The fighters did a pretty good job. They knocked out both of his rear phaser 3s. He's a police ship, though, so does it really matter? Does it actually matter? Survey says... no. So, disruptors and phasers are selected. We'll just sit here, wait for them to cycle. It's got to be intimidating. Just the battleship. Mission complete. So I hope this was worth it, High Command. If the planet we're about to take has flipped back, and so we need to re-neutralize it, I'm going to be annoyed. So 300 prestige on that. Astounding victory, as we of course expected. And mission... planetary assault. I would rather do the planetary assault than I would the patrol mission with the engine deactivation problems. Hit the red alert. Who are we squaring off against? It's a single heavy cruiser and a planet. This is what sort of planet? It is Planet Phaser 12, so this could be a problem. Let's prep a scatter pack. Things might be problematic, but I see something very fascinating on the screen. Does anyone want to guess what it is? If you've noticed it as well, give a cheer. It is an X-type heavy cruiser, the Citadel. HMS Citadel here, serving as a Hydron X-type cruiser. It is currently equipped with 3 Hellbore cannons and 2 fusion cannons, in addition to its G2s, which are basically Phaser 1s, but in Gatling form, which is just as amazing as you think it sounds. He also has a pair of heavy Phaser A's. In addition, we're looking at HMS Tenacity, also a heavy cruiser, close range style. He's prepped with 6 fusion cannons. Although it looks like we've got a BBX. Oh boy. Okay, enemy BBX located, so we're going to pull up to cruising speed and get ready for combat. Let's buff open the shields now, because he's clearly our target. This heavy cruiser, what style was it again? You were an XCA. Okay, so XCAs and a BBX. He actually outclasses me a little bit, although we do have 2 heavy cruisers as opposed to their 1. We're going to pull into range 72. First scatter pack's prepped. Let's start on the second. Fighters, time to deploy. Fighters deployed in defense. We are in range. Commence long range bombardment. Let's see if we can't get a full twin salvo out before this, before we have to engage someone else. We're going to try and skirt this fight here, let the 2 XCAs duel it out, so that we can deal with this dreadnought. He's activated his expanding sphere generators. That's an ESG Lance. It's basically an expanding sphere generator that he can project towards somebody. And yeah, that is actually pretty scary. He's pulling in front of my salvo. I don't like that. But does look like he's moving to evade it. Second MIRV away. Primary salvo is all prepped and ready to go. We'll slow down a little bit. Pull off. Oh, I fired a little bit early, but that's perfectly alright. Disruptors are selected. We'll probably engage from a range of 5. I don't want to get too close. Let's see what his reaction to this is going to be. He is taking the hits, it looks like. Nope, he's slowing down. Oh, it was enough. It was barely enough. All weapons select. We're going to pull off to port. We're going to get a good shot in on his open side. That XCA is really causing havoc on us, though. We should be able to get a MIRV out. Let's hope that he doesn't pick off these missiles. We got a whole salvo going in now. He doesn't have much of a defense. ESG is absolutely everywhere. We've chunked down another shield, but we have lost our starboard roof shield. I want to start deploying as soon as I can a scatter pack. Unfortunately, the blood spiller is right on top of me, and I can't do that yet. Fighter missiles getting through, causing cascade failures. Excellent work. C-Racks are up. We're going to deploy them as well. We'll get everything we can to put on this, but I don't think the Raker's much long for this world. There he goes. Fighters took him out. New targets back here. Let's see. MIRVs are available. Yep, we're going to spam them right in his face. So full fire on the blood splitter. Let's see if he tries to... Yep, he ESGs right there. We are taking still a couple of nasty hits through. We're going to start fixing the warp coils now. No major systems lost, but... Actually, no real systems lost at all. He hasn't managed to penetrate the armor. That's pretty surprising, actually. Okay, let's get the fighters back. They need to rejuvenate. Both fighters, return. We need you out of the line of fire. Disruptor fire is going in through his down shield. It was a little bit of a long-range shot, but I do think it was worth it. We're pulling up right behind him now. Oh, this is a very good position to be. Merv, phasers into the back. See if we can't shut some systems down. And deploying a full salvo. Okay, try not to do that again, Tenacity. Oh, crap! That's what I was worried would happen. Took out every single missile in that volley, except for one. All missile select. Let's get some more weapon, or all weapon system select. We'll get a couple of C's out there, see how many he can hold. We're weakening one of his shields. He's got Gatling phasers, though, which I suppose we should be expecting at this point. Disruptors are not charging at full rate, it doesn't seem. Oh, why did I do that? Wasted a couple of missiles. The Merv's going out, though. And a full salvo of the real things now. Okay, we got him down. Who's left? Nobody. So we took some nasty hits through. Not horrifically bad, though. It looks like the armor dealt with most of it. The only system we actually lost was one of our point defense systems. We're not going to bother repairing it. The planet's not going to have anything to deal with that. We took some damage to the port side disruptors, and the Mervraks got a little bit stunned, but they still seem to be reloading in good order. Looks like there's something wrong with the ESM, but we're not going to use it at this point. Send a probe to figure out what we're dealing with. Good fight all around, though. We did outnumber them, which was very helpful. Okay, he's armed with phaser 4s. Let's get that reinforcement all to the frontal shields. It's going to be probably a rough fight to get through. Citadel and Tenacity should be more than enough to break through. We're just going to be icing on the cake. Let's increase speed. We're going to get up to Merv salvoing speed. Remember, he does not have the ability to deploy either. He can't deploy a Wild Weasel. He can't deploy ESGs. He's just going to have to sit there and take it. So we'll get up to speed. We'll try and triple salvo him with Mervs, then we'll drop back and hit him with a full thing. The triple salvo ought to deal with his tractor beams, and especially with this pretty significant point defense system. 4, 12, 16. Okay, he can deal with 16. So yeah, we're definitely going with a triple salvo here. So fall back just a little bit, let the missiles catch up. We're not going to slow down yet because this is the pre-seed salvo of just Mervs. And we are maintaining speed at 24. Okay, so we are currently at drone speed. Mervs are halfway charged. Oh, we're going to have to get kind of close to this planet. It's going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly fast. Second salvo is away. 2 more Mervs out. And it looks like he's engaged with Hellbores. Not hitting the shield we want, I don't think. Okay, we're going to drop down to 23, let these missiles start to catch up a bit, and we're going to prepare for a hard stop. We might need it. Ooh, we are out of Mervs. Okay, we're going to drop down back, pull back, and we're going to fill up the salvo. Get ahead of me, get ahead of me. New plan, we're going to have a quick follow-up barrage ready to go. So the Mervs are now passing ahead of us. 3, 2, 1. Commence primary salvo. And now we'll continue to slow down in speed. That'll put more power to our forward shields and be able to take more hits from those phaser 4s. So we did spit out 24 missiles in the opening salvo. He should shoot down about 16 of them, and then maybe the rest of them will be grabbed by tractor beams, but we are going to get a good shot through with a main salvo. Oh, looks like the Tenacity just ripped a hole through those defenses. Yep, they shot down 16 of them. And we're getting shots through. Okay, engaging with all weapons, and let's stop. C salvo was ready to fire a little bit sooner than everything else. We're going to engage with everything at this range. See if we can't knock out their systems before they charge them. We're almost into transport range as well. Increase speed by 1 more point. And yeah, we're just going to continue the all weapons select fire. See how we're doing in the capture. Okay, we're already at capture levels. So, let's beam all Marines. Phasers and disruptors are currently on the cycle. And forward shields are up. So, we did manage to knock them down to 2 Marines prior to wiping the planet's defensive systems out, which is actually pretty cool. So that initial salvo was just absolutely brutal and devastating. I approve.
Enemy vessel secured.
Awesome. So, planet captured. We have taken it. 2x, 2y. Fairly well defended. Although we are starting to see the X-type heavy cruisers. And that's pretty interesting. 495 prestige. The planet is ours. Tile flipped over to our side. Let's pop off, pop back. Just to hold it, we'll go here, supply yard, patch up the damage. Bring up the Marines back up to a more Marini level. Shuttles, didn't end up using any. The missiles, yeah, it's going to be a full reload here. 325. Fighters, haven't lost any. Good job. Let's go to the shipyards, see what we're looking at this point. The BBVXs are now out in the fleet, although they've been out for a little while. We've got XDGs. So advanced missile destroyers. These are equipped with 2 heavy phaser A's, 2 missile rack B's, 3 missile rack C's. Wow, 3 fast-firing missile racks. 3 MIRV launchers. Wow! That's some way to fire right there. 2 phaser G's, 8 phaser X's, and a single AMD. That might be really nice to have as a defense, but we'd probably prefer a cruiser if we could get it. XBT is a station. BBXs are now out, but the BBXs do not have the MIRV upgrade. We know this. And X-type frigates. X-type frigates are armed with 2 missile rack Bs, 2 missile rack Cs, and 2 MIRV launchers. Yeah, twin MIRV launchers is a pretty significant amount of firepower to put on something so small. So that's for a guided frigate. The first XCA, let's see what it has. 6 Disruptor 4s, so disruptors with a range of 40. 4 missile rack Bs, that's the extended magazines. 6 MIRV launchers. Holy cow! That is impressive. Are we going to buy that? Yeah, we're going to buy that. Hi, welcome to the Battle, Warclaw. Yeah, I think that's a perfect addition to our nice little MIRV fleet. That many MIRVs is just going to be amazing to deal with. But that's going to bring us to the end of an episode here. I've been Tarek. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to receive a notification every time I release one of these videos, press that little bell icon, leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next episode.